is hop on Instagram Live. That's all I'm asking for. I'm asking for the same amount of buttons to be pressed to go to get on Instagram Live that there is to call somebody on Instagram. It's like one button.
Are you trying to go Instagram Live?
No, but you got to hit like 5 buttons to go live.
Well, they want to make sure. I think it's way scarier to go Instagram Live. It should take more buttons to go Instagram Live than it should be to make a call on Instagram. If you're going Instagram Live, you're going out to however many people.
How many buttons does it take? There it is. It's one button. It's that button. It's one button to call somebody.
There's no, like, confirm call.
There's no confirming it. Let me make sure. I'm gonna call you, Jessica, just to make sure. But like it's one button. Instagram Live, like we said, is like 3 buttons.
Okay.
Nope. One button. I'm calling you right now. That's it.
Oh, I'm getting a call from
that's it. It's just one button.
Video call.
Hey. See the freckles up close. Oh gosh, that's terrible.
Wow.
One button and you can end up calling somebody on accident at 2:35 in the morning. I feel like we should be better about something like that. I don't know, that's just me though. What was the song today?
It's tearing up my heart when I'm with you.
Not writing that
down. And when we are apart, I see it through.
Feel it too. You see it through. You do what, Jessica J? You do what?
No matter
you do what?
I feel the pain.
No, shut up. You're quiet now. Your mic is off. How do you ruin that? No, your mic is off now. Good gosh.
It's even worse that I would mess that up. I had a NSYNC puzzle computer game that I played all the time for like a 1-year stretch when I was 8. And the opening, like when you put the disc in and it popped up on your computer, it would go, "It's tearing up my heart when I'm with you." Okay. And I'm not gonna continue because you're gonna get mad at me. What's up, everybody? It is Thursday, July 31st. It is going to be a good day. It's almost Friday. It's the last day of July. Coming up on today's show, great night in the WNBA. Lynx Liberty lived up to all the hype and expectations. A spicy one between the Fever and the Mercury, and a real impressive win for Indiana last night. Teresa Walker will join us about 20 minutes in. We will talk Titans training camp. We will have some discussion about a real live NFL game tonight. I'll put it in quotes. NFL game. Hall of Fame game is tonight, but we are desperate this time of year. We'll catch up with Teresa on that. Also get her takes on some of the NBA's endeavors coming up in Europe, including the news yesterday of the Grizzlies going over to Berlin and London to play a couple games next season. It is Thursday. It is draft day, and in honor of there being an NFL game tonight, we are drafting current NFL quarterbacks. So all the quarterbacks going into this season. We'll end with a little Theater Thursday. I think CJ watched Happy Gilmore too.
Oh, I did. I forgot.
He sure did. Also, a lovely couple has emerged in the celebrity space. We'll get into all that. It is a Thursday. You know what we say.
Sing the damn song correctly.
It's tearing up my heart when I'm
Go
with
to the screen.
you.
Are you looking at lyrics?
When we are apart.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GBWR.
Shinedown. Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum, Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
going through the draft process the first time, they give you the answers to the test. Like, this is what you need to work on. This is what you do well.
They told you.
Yeah, like they tell you.
Here's what,
they
if
tell
you want to get
exactly.
drafted, here's what needs to happen.
Yeah, they tell you. So it's like, if you're not listening, it'll go right over your head. But for me, I made sure to soak up all information and everything possible so I can give myself the best shot.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
You get to the main event, and you hear the crowd. There's some rumblings in the crowd.
Here we go.
They say, "We want truth."
I love how John Cena said when they were chanting, "We want truth." You can't handle the truth.
There you go.
I loved it.
He takes me off, boom. Takes the mask off, boom. And it's our freaking truth. God, man, he cost John Cena the match.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
Let's check the over-under totals. Alabama, Georgia, and Texas all at 9.5. LSU, Ole Miss, Tennessee at 8.5.
I love Ole Miss over the 8.5. I think Ole Miss can win 9.
But Ole Miss, they're gonna, Ole Miss, they're gonna lose to Arkansas week
But they
3.
could go 9-3. Like Ole Miss winning 10 games
They always
is
pull
always
some
like
crap like that.
Ole Miss winning 10 can seem a bit of a stretch, but they can win 9.
They're gonna lose at Kentucky week 2.
The Odds Couple, live at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Start it over.
Feels great to feel the sunshine. Gotta own the day like it's all mine. Just got paid in his own time. Been working hard, I've been on the grind. I deserve this feeling, having my way. I've been on this healing. This is my day. The sun's out. Let's have a little fun now. I wanna let it all out. That's what's it all about. Cause I deserve this feeling, have it my way. I deserve this healing. This is my day.
Grind City Media presents The Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt. Live from the Grind City Media studios on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday to you. Making it to the end of the week, making it to the end of the month. Where does the time go? It is almost August. Do we consider this the end of summer? Do you consider August summer or beginning fall, CJ?
Whenever I step foot onto a school campus is the end of summer.
Yeah.
So like that's for me, I'm no longer in school. So whenever the youth go back to school, that's the end of
When
end
are
of
the
summer.
youths?
The teachers are back now. I think the youth
sad.
go back tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Monday.
My
I
end of
think some
summer
of
is
them
when
go.
there's football on my television.
Okay.
Which tonight.
If you're calling that football, you got it.
I'm not.
Okay.
I don't think I will watch tonight's Hall of Fame game, but perhaps I will. We'll talk football with Teresa Walker. We'll start with what everybody watches, and that is women's sports. That's what my husband did on the night of our anniversary. He watched the WNBA with me last night. The main event was a 2024 WNBA Finals rematch between the Lynx and the Liberty, a game we have been waiting for all season long. Seriously, the schedulers did us no favors. It comes in the middle of the WNBA season. It comes at a time where the Liberty are not particularly healthy. However, it was a great game. The Lynx ended up winning 100-93, so they get a little sweet revenge. I had to be reminded of just how much animosity there was between these two teams after those WNBA finals. I had forgotten the whole narrative of Cheryl Reeve saying that the title was stolen from them last year and how the final game went down and the foul call on Elena Smith at the end that sent Breanna Stewart to the line, and she made a couple free throws, sent it to overtime. Liberty ended up winning their first ever championship, but there were people in the arena last night, because last night's game was in Minnesota, that had t-shirts that said everybody watched Minnesota get robbed.
Turn up.
Everybody watched Minnesota get robbed. But last night, Minnesota gets a little revenge. It's in the regular season, but it was a very entertaining basketball game. Nafisa Collier, there's little more that can be said about Nafisa Collier, but she just keeps adding to the accolades that make her the MVP favorite this season. She had her fifth 30-point game. At 30 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists and 3 blocks. You had Kayla McBuckets with 5 made threes. She had 24 points. Courtney Williams, in her own words, couldn't throw a rock in the ocean. I loved that interview with Holly. I can't throw a rock in the ocean. She was 1 of 13 from the field, but she also had 13 assists and 9 rebounds. No surprise, the Lynx are awesome. But I think my bigger takeaway from last night was, so are the Liberty, even without Brianna Stewart, even without Sabley, even without Kennedy Burke. And to go into Minnesota down those significant contributors, especially as it pertains to Stewie, who does officially have a bone bruise, and there is no official timetable for her return. There's hope that she will rejoin the team by the end of August, but they only lost by 7. How do you think Sabrina Ionescu played last night, CJ?
She played well. She played
very well.
She played well.
She had a great game.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay.
What do you want me to say?
She had a great game.
I'm not judging Sabrina based off what she does in the regular season any more than I'm judging Nafisha Collier by what she does in the regular season. Those types of players, once you ascend to that level, it's about what you do in the postseason. It's about what you do in the biggest games. And while Sabrina was honestly the lone bright spot for the Liberty, right? Jonquel.
I would not say
who
she
else
was the lone.
was a bright
I thought
spot?
Natasha Cloud was good. I thought Izzy Harrison has been good off the bench when they've needed her in a bigger role with all of these injuries.
That game felt like the Lynx could have named the score and they coasted throughout most of it, keeping the Liberty at bay whenever they felt like they needed to or that they wanted to. After that first quarter where Courtney Williams and the Lynx just end on a tear, end on a flurry of buckets and big-time plays being made, after that, it was all Lynx. I was not thoroughly impressed, and I came away more concerned about the Liberty.
That is so fascinating. We had completely different takeaways last night.
Why the hell is Jonquel Jones standing around the perimeter?
I think she's still getting back into post-injury game shape.
So she can't get her ass to the block, take the extra 2 steps to the block?
Because when she does get to the block, when she does identify a mismatch, it is 1, 2, 3 over.
It's buckets. So I didn't think it was that. I thought that they just didn't want her going down to the block for some strange, odd, perplexing reason. Whatever it is, Jonquel Jones had 6 shot attempts? 7? 7 shot attempts?
5 of 7.
Like, she's got to be getting way more than 7 touches, especially when Brianna Stewart isn't in. I felt like she wasn't being used in a way that was beneficial to her and to the team. Not only that, when she's on the perimeter on the offensive end, you're taking your best rebounder away from the glass. She's a good offensive rebounder. You're just pulling her all the way from that part of the game entirely. If Stewie's not there, and it might be my view might be tainted because of the 2 losses. They're on a 3-game losing streak. They just had a players only meeting. One of the teams they lost to is the Lynx on the road. No shame in that. It's a big time game.
3-game losing streak.
I said 3 games.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said 2.
2
bad teams, 1 good team.
2 bad teams, 1 good team. So, like, that might be tainting my view of what they are right now. I came away with these same type of issues, these same type of questions that I had going in. If both Sabrina and Jonquel with Stewie out aren't going to be good to great, where are you getting it from? Who's picking up the slack? And they didn't get the job done last night.
I took last night as a moral victory for the Liberty, especially coming out.
Can the Liberty have moral victories?
No, of course we don't do moral victories.
Well, no,
period.
we
But
do.
I think from a fan standpoint and from a Lynx viewing standpoint, because these are the 2 best teams in the WNBA. Like we're nitpicking here at this point in time. It is the Lynx and it is the Liberty, and the Lynx have very few faults. They are they have an MVP and I don't know if Elena Smith will win Defensive Player of the Year, but she's at least a top 3 defender in the NBA or WNBA this season. And they are built top to bottom. And to even have a game where Courtney Williams can't make a shot, like what she does facilitating that offense, getting things moving, being their floor general is always impressive. But when it comes to the Liberty, I thought Sabrina was excellent. I thought Sabrina did exactly what you want from Sabrina Ionescu in a situation where you're without Brianna Stewart, Jonquel Jones isn't getting going. And Sabrina leads all scorers last night with 31 points. And an efficient 31 too. She was, I think, 11 of 20 from the field. At one point, she hit a 3 that had Cheryl Reeves so mad. She was like kicking her feet in anger. I look at this Liberty team as, obviously, when we do this in sports all the time, if healthy, they are still my favorite to win it all, if healthy, and with the addition of Neeson coming in, and she is now in New York, and they're just waiting for her to get cleared to be able to play for this team, but now she is with them, and we are one step closer to adding a player who is seen as the best international player who hasn't been playing in the W. That just makes them one step better. And obviously so much of this comes down on Breanna Stewart. We've talked about her impact. And without Stewie, this becomes a different conversation. But the fact that they were able to hang with the Lynx coming out of two very disappointing performances from an effort standpoint and from a defensive standpoint, I thought they were way better. Natasha Cloud made everything difficult last night for Courtney Williams. And so to see the improvement, to see that they took that players meeting seriously. Like, yeah, you lost to the Wings. We're going to sit down, hash it out, say what's not working. And you come back, have a very... arguably the biggest game on their schedule thus far. And you're down 3 significant players, one of your best players, and you only lose by 7. I take that as a win.
They're not. They're too good to consider moral victories when you talk about what they are. Right now, what they are is a team on a three-game skid, and that might be too simplistic. There might be some nuance there, but they're supposed to be better than this, what they are right now. Sure, when Stewie gets back from the bone bruise, it will be nice to see him because we get to see him 3 more times. So eventually, Breanna Stewart is going to come back and be good to go.
August 10th is their next game. I don't think Stewie will be ready by then.
I said eventually.
I know, but it bums me out. I want to, again, does the regular season really matter? No.
So eventually she'll be back and we'll get to see them go up against one another in the regular season, and then maybe things will work out and we'll get to see them in the postseason. Sure, absolutely. But as far as it pertains to right now, with the Liberty right now, they've got some things to figure out. They've got to play much better. Sabrina's carrying her load. Who else is going to help her carry that load? Sabrina's not the type of player who you can say, hey, just carry everything, carry all of us all the way through this thing. She's not that. Somebody's going to have to help her. We're seeing Asia Wilson is that, and even being that gets you to around 500, right? Like that you need other pieces to help. If Asia Wilson can't carry Skull Drag, carry them kicking and screaming all the way through the rest of the aces, Sabrina's not going to be able to do that with the Liberty.
Well, it's Sabrina, it's Jonquil.
Somebody's got to step in and help.
Johannes making big shots.
Somebody.
Yes.
Though Natasha Cloud being a disruptive force on the defensive end, throw her in there offensively as well, being a shot creator and shot maker for others also. Somebody's got to. Sabrina's been playing good, the 3-game skid. Nobody else, I don't think, can say that confidently.
No.
And that is my issue with where the Liberty are now. You're saying these are clearly the 2 best teams in the W. I think it's clearly one of them is the best team, and that other one, the Liberty, right around there with the Mercury and the Dream, right? Like I think
I'm ready to put
I've moved them down a tier.
At full strength, I will put Lynx, but then I will put the Liberty in their own tier because I do think they are still a level above the Mercury and the Dream. The Dream last night barely beat the Dallas Wings, which I know the Liberty just lost to the Wings. And then the Mercury end up losing to the Fever. All the focus was on the Liberty Lynx game last night. I completely missed that we were also getting Fever Mercury in Indianapolis, and it was Dewana Bonner's return to Indy, and the Fever end up winning this game 107-101. They have now beaten the top 3 teams in the league this season. The Fever can beat anyone. This really is a year in the W where it feels like anyone can beat anyone on any given night, but to not have Caitlin Clark, to have a night where Kelsey Mitchell only had 8 points, the rest of that Fever team really stepped up and got an impressive win over the Mercury. The story of the night ends up being Dewana Bonner's return, and surprise, surprise, Dewana Bonner got booed when she returned to Gainbridge Fieldhouse. This is what it sounded like when she took the court. Take a quick listen.
Foul on Sophie Cunningham. That is her first team second. Coming in for Phoenix number 14, Dewana Bonner.
And to that I say, duh, this is sports. Like, this is what we do. And I want to be crystal clear, because Dewana Bonner is a legend in the WNBA, and Kalia Copper spoke on this last night and talked about how she can't get behind the booing. It feels distasteful because of Dewana Bonner's place in the league. Distasteful.
Oh,
we're talking about distasteful with booing in sports. Dewana Bonner could be the greatest of all time. And I get that she is one of the most respected players in the W. She is beloved by many. She is one of the best. She's a 2-time champion. I am not saying anything to discredit DeWanna Bonner's place in the WNBA. I am simply saying I would have been shocked if Fever fans did not boo DeWanna Bonner last night, because the blueprint of how to get booed by an opposing fan base could be laid out by the DeWanna Bonner experience with Indiana. They sign her to a max contract. She comes in. She's supposed to be this missing veteran link that helps them be a contender this season. In her first game, she gets to be the 3rd scorer all time in WNBA history. That's always hard for me to figure out the wording of. She moves into the number 3 spot in all-time WNBA scores, and she's celebrated. And it's like, this is why we got DeWanna Bonner. And then, for whatever the reasons may be, it stops being a good experience for the Indiana Fever and DeWanna Bonner, and she ends up sitting out, and she misses all the games for personal reasons, and then you find out that she has requested a trade, and then the Fever end up getting to a point where they just have to waiver, and then she ends up getting with the team that she always wanted to be with all along, the Phoenix Mercury, where her partner plays, and she's there, and ever since she's been there, the Mercury have had a handful of subtweets to the Indiana Fever since bringing DeWanna Bonner in. So yes, I would have expected her to get booed last night in Indiana, CJ. And if we can't boo, I don't even boo. I hate booing. As someone who loves everybody, I'm not a booer. But I can support appropriate booing. And last night was like a prime example of duh.
There's not a more appropriate time to boo a player than when that happens. And as somebody who, believe it or not, I enjoy getting a good boo in. I like to boo.
Chris loves to boo.
I like to boo. I like to yell at people, like disparaging things, not necessarily insults or bigotry or anything like that. But I like to yell, "You suck.
Oh.
You can't shoot.
Oh.
You're bum defensively. Move your feet, right?" Like I like yelling that stuff at people. So if on a team that I cheer for, if a player pulled that being leaving in the middle of the season to go someplace else. Yeah, when they got to me, it would be time to boo. I've booed far less important people for far less egregious acts. I booed my mailman the other day.
Oh.
I didn't like the way he ordered the mail when he put it in the mailbox. You don't have to put the bills first.
I'll boo my friends when they tell about Joe.
Oh, boo, tomato, boo.
Yeah, boo.
Yeah.
Do better.
Be better.
Be better.
Be better. I'll boo anybody.
Fever fans cannot like
You cut
DeWanna
me off in
Bonner,
traffic?
and the Mercury, and Alyssa Thompson, DeWanna Bonner, and all the Mercury players cannot like the Fever. That's hate, baby. That's what this sport runs on. That's what this country runs on. But that's especially what sports runs on. It's a little bit of hate.
Cut me off in traffic, I boo you. I'm in the car. I don't honk, I boo. I just roll my window down.
Doctor gives me bad news, I boo them.
Boo.
You need to eat a little healthier. Boo. Make sure you're wearing sunscreen. Boo.
You should really get that mole checked.
Boo.
Wait a second. Is that a lump right there?
Okay.
I feel?
No,
Boo.
that's a serious situation. You should always get those checked
okay.
out.
I'm sorry.
We have levels.
I'm sorry. I didn't know there were levels.
Excellent win for the Fever. Season high 107 points. Ari McDonald, career high 27. That was definitely this is why we signed her game for Ari McDonald. Chloe Bibby, who's on a 7-day contract with them, is proving that perhaps they should sign her long term as well. She was really good off the bench, just no hesitation, pull up threes. And those two, Ari McDonald and Chloe Bibby, are perfect representations of why the WNBA is expanding, because they didn't have jobs at the beginning of the year. And they are great professional basketball players, contributors on a team like the Fever that is trying to find their way, surging up in the standings while they continue to play without Caitlin Clark, while everybody in kind of the middle of the WNBA pack is going to be fighting for seeding in the WNBA playoffs. But that was the W action from last night. We will take a quick break. When we come back, Teresa Walker is going to join us, and we'll turn our attention to football. She's been out at Titans training camp the last week. We'll get the latest on Cam Ward, the receiving core. We'll get her take on the Traylon Burks injury and waiving from the Titans. Plus, we'll get into some NBA talk with her as well after a quick break.
It's time for our Pick Six, Mike. 6 classics that we're most looking forward to in the 2025 football season.
Las Vegas, obviously, that's the Grambling State University, Jackson State University clash. They're taking 2 iconic HBCU brands going to an NFL stadium in Las Vegas.
Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
So let's start with the Jaw 3, the graffiti, New York versus New York.
New York, yep.
That box is so
Yeah, that
fire.
box is fresh. I'm actually happy to see a new box. Like, it's time.
Box
like,
is fresh.
The first and the second one with the same box. I see a
Yeah.
different box now. So yeah,
And
that's fresh.
And the graffiti letter A looks cool. Yeah, they look
that's
cool.
tight. I like that.
The Sneak Fest Show, live Tuesdays at 2 p.m. on Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Scotty Scheffler ran away with the Open Championship this weekend. My God, this guy, he's not real. Have we reached the point with Scotty Scheffler where you don't have to care a thing about golf, but you still know there's a dude named Scotty Scheffler who is awesome at it?
He is solidified himself as one of the greats in the sport. At this point, probably of all time.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
What is the biggest Summer League accomplishment so far for this Grizzlies team?
Tuomas Isalo filling out his coaching staff. The Ryan Saunders hiring was essential. It was big time. You have a veteran NBA voice there.
Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to Grizzbeat, where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Welcome back. It's Thursday. That means it's time to catch up with one of our favorites, Teresa Walker of the Associated Press. And Teresa, we have a football game on tonight. Kinda, sorta, asterisk.
Kinda, sorta, but I will say this. When you're a couple weeks into camp, you do like the preseason games because you actually have something. It's live football. And you know, there's tackling and there's timing, and you're counting the snaps that your starters take, and it won't be many. So that's what's interesting. You know, last week we were talking about joint practices versus games. I've been thinking about that since then. I think the joint practices are higher than the preseason games, and let's not forget, those are about to crank up in the next few days as well.
I was looking at things to look out for in the Lions-Chargers preseason game, which is the Hall of Fame game tonight. There is not much, and this person will not play, but I had almost forgotten. This time of year, it's just an influx of NFL stories and keeping up of specific players and what their status is. But the Najee Harris firework accident from July 4th, where he ended up blowing a firework into his face, and I think it's an eye injury that he suffered. And so the question is, when will Najee Harris come back? Certainly not for the Hall of Fame game tonight, but I was like, oh, I completely forgot that happened a few weeks ago.
I completely missed that. That's how out of it I was around the 4th. But I'll say this, did NFL players learn nothing from Jason Pierre-Paul's injury?
No.
I mean, the poor man lost fingers. It's like, pay somebody to handle the fireworks. Better yet, go to your local town. They always put on a big show for the 4th. Don't do that yourself.
I will say one firework accident can obviously change your life and can be incredibly dangerous. But all it takes is just one time I had a firework that I put in upside down, and I did not recognize that it was in upside down, and it took Chris grabbing me and pulling me away from it. And I probably was, I don't want to say I was a second away from a firework blowing up in my face, but there was a significant risk, and I will never light a firework again. And if I was a rich NFL player, I'd be like, please light my fireworks for me, or let me just go somewhere and watch. Or better yet, let's just move to drone shows. They're so much cooler and they're so much safer.
There's something.
But they don't go boom.
There's something exhilarating about the boom and being responsible for lighting the thing that goes boom. Now, my parents never let me light fireworks.
Neither did mine. This was an adult accident, clearly.
So,
I could only use sparklers.
I couldn't even do that. My parents did not want me playing with fire. And what do? I get grown, I play with fire, and I burn down trash cans.
Yeah,
so they had a good point.
See, this is the thing. Explosives, adults. I mean, the one time that my husband set off some fireworks with a friend, it was literally like a scene out of Wile E. Coyote, running for their lives. Nothing so hilarious that I've ever experienced as an adult. Him and a family friend running away from what they just set in the street, trying not to, blow themselves up. And yeah, it's like, but it's money. Don't set your own money on fire. I mean, we don't buy fireworks in our family.
Well, that's a good, safe decision to make. Teresa, you've been out at Titans training camp for the last week. What has been your biggest takeaway of the last 7 days?
Well, all eyes are on Cam Ward. I mean, let's be honest. The Titans will go as Cam Ward goes. And, Saturday we were at the stadium. NFL Network was there, and he had some really nice throws. The crowd was all happy. He was hitting Calvin Ridley, Tyler Lockett, the kicker, the new kicker, Joey Slye, kicked the 66-yarder. Then they get the pads on Tuesday and Wednesday, and it's like regression to the mean. And Cam Ward looks a little bit like a rookie at times because there were 3 picks on Tuesday. There was a pick. There's been passes tipped. Cody Barton is looking like all that in a bag of chips for the defense at inside linebacker. But, we talked to Cam Ward yesterday, and he's, his first day of practice, how did he grade the team or the offense? Mid. Yesterday, very mid. So, maybe I need a older to younger dictionary, but yeah, he did not seem, happy with how things have gone. But the thing that hits me the most and is the best indicator of how this season might go for Ward and the Titans offense is he's like, move on. You're going to have bad plays. Having that short memory, moving on to next, and Brian Callahan keeps raving about how he is taking in what is literally, when they say fire hose of information, absolutely. Every day they're doing something different. They're focusing on a different thing. They're installing different pieces of the offense. On Saturday at the stadium, they were working hard on third downs. Why? Those keep drives alive. So it's going to be very interesting to see. They've added, it was supposed to be no access on Friday, but now they're doing another padded practice. And hey, that's the thing. They need it because they're practicing now Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Nothing for us on Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday, and then they go to Tampa, where that feels like has been around 120, and they're going up against the Buccaneers in a joint practice ahead of their first preseason game, August 9th. So I'm really curious to see how this young man bounces through and back. And when he was asked about bouncing back yesterday, he's kind of like, no, it's more like his assumption was more like it's moving on, getting it right. And you can see in between plays, he's over there talking to Ridley, to Lockett, to his receivers to find out, what did you see? This is what I saw. Get on the same page. And it's still early in camp. We're into the second week. There's a lot these guys are going through. And for a rookie quarterback, it is a lot. And I hate to say this, but we'll know a little bit more in a couple weeks. But I'm glad I'm going to Bristol and I'm not going to be out there baking in the sun. I'm kind of like the Thanksgiving turkey. I'm popped, baked.
The MLB Speedway Classic is what you're referring to in Bristol, which I did not know about until you were telling me in the middle of the break. So got to add that to my baseball inning counter of the year.
How are people dealing with this heat out there, Teresa? Like that might be just a random question, but it was hot as hell in Memphis, so I'm assuming it was hot as hell in Nashville this week. How are they dealing with the heat?
Well, CJ, I was actually telling somebody yesterday, I think that the Titans are doing their best to be as fan-friendly as possible. I mean, they're practicing at 8 a.m. in the morning. They've got Brewster's ice cream for free for the fans that got tickets to come out for free. They're practicing on the side of the field that, thanks to their new building that they put up within the last couple of years, fans can stand in the shade for almost all of practice. Especially now with that 8 a.m. start. So they've got a mister, they've got a huge water thing, so you can just go over there and refill your cup at every given moment. And, the only challenge is because they're back up against a pond, they've got to bust in the fans. But, that's the thing. They're sitting in the shade, they've got the misters, they've got the ice cream to keep people cool. So this is, for the times where I've seen fans sit in metal bleachers direct in the face of the sun in an August heat, the Titans have done pretty good. I mean, and with the breaks in the schedule, I think they're using the other part of the fields. They've got 3 out there so that they don't kill the one that's closest to the equipment building. So it's like, now that said, I am not one who's going to ding Tennessee fans for not showing up for practice, because we're talking practice. It's July, it's August, it's hot, and it's football. So it's like, the money time is when the ball is kicked off and they are paying them big money and the clock is going. So I think Tennessee fans, I know that the Cowboys and others draw huge crowds. Part of it is reputation. Part of it is you're in California for the Cowboys most of the time. It's much more comfortable out there.
Teresa, question from the chat. They want to know the most standout player on the defensive side of the ball so far.
Cody Barton. He is probably living in Cam Ward's nightmares. He got picks off of him in the offseason program. He's done it again here in camp a couple of times. And, he's just, for a guy that they signed to a 3-year deal to come in here, his last stop was in Denver. He has been, I think, everything the Titans would have hoped. And, he just, the first day that they, he let a ball get by him. And because he sat on the route. The next day he saw that same play, he jumped the route, got a pick. And that's the guy that has just stood out to me. And James Williams is another inside linebacker. He is a guy that 2 years ago was a safety, and now he's playing inside linebacker. And when you look at him, it's like, with the size, I mean, he's like 6'5", 6'6". Why was he ever a safety? I think he played at Miami. How in the world do you let him play in college at safety? I'm putting him at outside edge rusher, if only because of his size and speed. So that's another young man to watch. So, but yeah, Cody Barton yesterday he didn't get the pick, but he tipped the ball from Cam Ward, and Roger Mercury got the pick. So he's a guy. Keep an eye on him. I think he's going to end up being a big piece of this defense this year.
That Treylon Burks injury was just such a bummer to see last weekend, and the Titans end up waiving him. So how will you remember Treylon Burks' career with the Tennessee Titans?
Well, shouldn't have been.
What could have been? Oh, yeah, shouldn't have been to start.
should never have been to start.
Yes.
And that said, we got an updated roster yesterday because no one claimed him off waivers. He is back on the IR with the Titans. So, they had 24 hours to claim him. Now he's back. We'll see if the Titans try to reach an injury settlement with him at a certain point. But think about it's really tough not to come back to the fact that, John Robinson was fired a couple of days after A.J. Brown put on a show at Philly. The same game, Treylon Burks was knocked out in the end zone with his only touchdown catch, the ball in his arms as he laid on the field. And, when you're a franchise looking for a particular player, and in this case, they'd signed so many receivers looking for a franchise receiver. They drafted him, A.J. Brown. Pay the man. You know that there's a running price that year for what wide receivers are going to get. Just pay him, make the deal, and negotiations can be tough. You hold his rights. Sometimes you have to play hardball. Sometimes you just have to pay the going rate. And that year, $25 million a year for wide receiver was the going rate, and just get it done. Some people can ding Rand Carthon, but you know what he got done? He got the deal done with Jeffrey Simmons. Now, Jeffrey Simmons has changed agents, and we'll see what happens with that in the future, because there's like 5 guys now making more money than Jeffrey Simmons. But Traylon Burks never should have been. But here's the thing. Somebody put together the snaps. The Titans have like 3 of the worst top 10 busts in the last few years for first-round picks. Isaiah Wilson, 2020, 4 snaps. Caleb Farley, not much more than that. They at least got 27 games out of Traylon Burks out of a possible 51. I think he was 9th or 10th on that list. So it's like they busted not just on Traylon Burks, Caleb Farley the year before, Isaiah Wilson the year before, didn't even finish his rookie season with this team before being suspended in December. There's a reason, unfortunately, that John Robinson got fired.
Yeah, that's the resume right there. Teresa, making a quick change before I let you go over to the NBA. There was big news in Memphis yesterday with the announcement that the NBA is playing 6 games in Europe over the next 3 years, and the Grizzlies will be playing in 2 of them next season, with the Grizzlies and the Magic playing in Berlin and London. Of course, a big part of the conversation yesterday was also the fact that this happens over the MLK Day weekend, and so the Grizzlies will not have an MLK Day game this year, which is a bummer for the city of Memphis, but the assurance is that the MLK Day game will return next season. Just what did you make of the opportunity for the Grizzlies, and how did you weigh that yesterday?
Well, let's look at the fact that the Orlando Magic is one of the opponents they'll be playing, and that's suddenly become, with the injuries in the East, suddenly the Magic are a team that, especially with the addition of Desmond Bane, are seen as a potential, top threat in the East. This feels like the NBA recognizing and giving both Orlando and Memphis their chance on the stage. And let's face it, even though there won't be an MLK Day game in Memphis, we'll be talking about, there'll be a lot of talk around those games and Martin Luther King and the traditions in Memphis. So there'll be some differences in payoffs, but it's a chance for the NBA. They're putting a shine on Memphis. I mean, yes, I know the time difference. The Predators are playing the Penguins in November over in Europe. I think it's Sweden. So, there is a difference in time. Yeah, I volunteered to cover that game, and same. Hey, want to send me to Europe?
Yeah.
They won't. But
I said I was ready to go to Berlin, but I haven't heard anything yet.
Yeah, and you don't hang on the phone.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. But it is a chance. They could have given these games to anybody. Let's be honest, right? I mean, with Wemby and his draw in France, it would have been easy to send the Spurs over there. With Cooper Flag, you could have sent the Mavs. They're sending Grizzlies, and I think that's a recognition of. I mean, Ja's on his tour right now, right? And we saw that dunk. We kind of want to see him at the All-Star game in the dunk contest, please. But it's a chance for the Grizzlies and a recognition that this team has some international flavor and draw to it. And I think that's what happens. This is a good thing. As much as it is not having the MLK Day game, this is a chance to give Memphis some attention. So embrace it, enjoy it, set your clocks.
I wanted to get your take just on the NBA's seeming, I won't call it a flirtation, like a real commitment to expanding into Europe or having more of a presence in Europe. There's been the reports that Adam Silver has been working on figuring out a European partner league of sorts. Then there were also reports yesterday after that picture of Jokic's agent with LeBron and Maverick Carter flirting with something big coming in 2026. And there's this reported league that Maverick Carter is trying to get going, where it would be a rival European league to the NBA that would involve 6 men's teams and 6 women's teams. But it just seems like there is a focus right now on really building the NBA or NBA adjacent brand. And you've seen it with the NFL over the last few years. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and the number of cities that they're going to and the number of games that they're playing has expanded tremendously since this all started. Where do you see the biggest gains and the importance of why this is something that's occurring with 2 of our biggest sports leagues in America?
Well, I almost think that it's easier with basketball because, look at the names that are playing in the NBA, from Doncic to Wemby. These players played basketball in Europe first. And we saw it in the women's gold medal basketball game last year. Gabby Williams, who's lighting up the W with Seattle, she was the one who nearly forced overtime against the U.S. in the gold medal game. The talent is strong over there. The Eurobasket for the women. And I mean, look at the Grizzlies coach, Thomas Isolo. I mean, he played over there as well. So it's like there's a lot of talent over there. There's a lot of interest in basketball. And it's almost, that to me is almost a little bit better pipeline for the NBA and the W than it is for the NFL, because you've got people playing basketball all over Europe, and they've got leagues and they've got talent. I mean, look at every NBA draft over the last 5 years and look at the number of international players that get their names called. It's why I almost chuckle when I see all these college players declaring for the NBA draft. And it's like, did you check the international market first? You may think you're going as a lottery pick, and you may end up, Jemai Meshack, he is the last player picked in this year's draft coming out of a Tennessee team that 15 years ago, he's probably a first rounder, but because of the international competition, you can't automatically say a guy is going to be a lottery pick anymore, because the NBA is already and has been getting talent, sucking it over here from international areas, and the fan interest is there. And why? Because they've got players. I mean, Tennessee markets, Memphis and Tennessee, over in Knoxville, they do stories updating where players that played in college or from that area are doing in the pros. Why? Because people are keeping track of that. Guess what? Everyone in France to England to Spain to Greece to Serbia are keeping track of their players and how they're doing in the NBA. And and while they're doing that, they're getting exposed to everybody else who's playing. And it just helps. It's been growing organically, and to me, it's just smart to tap into that interest that has built up over the last 15 years.
Teresa, enjoy. What are they calling it? The Speedway Classic? The MLB
Speedway Classic. I'm
enjoy
happy
Tim
as
McGraw and Pitbull.
Pitbull.
Sensible combination. I hope you
Right?
have a good time. Stay cool.
Hey, the forecast, I'm loving it.
We will catch up with you next week. Thanks, Teresa. That was Teresa Walker. You can find her latest always at the Associated Press. I want to go to the MLB Speedway Classic. No. Okay. Kind of. It's just so far away. Like my very first
What
week
is it,
in
like
Memphis.
5?
It's like 6.
6?
It might even be 7. So first assignment I had when I moved here for my job with Local 24 was we're sending you to the Bristol, Battle at Bristol. It was the Virginia Tech Tennessee game. And I was like, this is why I moved here. I'm covering big college football. I'm going to Bristol Motor Speedway. We're just gonna pop on over. It was 7 hours. It ended up being an insane thing to cover. Very cool to experience. Football game in the middle of Bristol Motor Speedway. Had a horrific experience after the game. And then on top of that, I leave the parking lot. I'm driving for like 7 minutes. My photographer decided he didn't want to use the hotel room that our station had booked us. He wanted to book it back to Memphis. It was the first NFL Sunday, was the next day. And so we decided we wanted to be back in Memphis so we could watch the full day. So we decided to drive through the night. So I took the first shift.
Through the mountains?
I took the first shift. Speeding ticket.
Get out of here.
Yes. Speeding ticket.
How desperate, how urgently were you trying to get back?
I wasn't even going that fast.
What were you doing?
I think it was like 60 and a 45.
Jessica, that's 15 miles. That
I
is
just
going
wanted to
that
get
fast.
home. I just had a very bad experience with some Tennessee fans, okay? It was not I wasn't in the right headspace.
Were you running from them? Were they chasing you
No,
out
I
of
was
town?
mad at them.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like, how dare you ruin this wonderful football game for me?
Okay.
And then I got a speeding ticket. So I got to go back to Bristol and have new memories. But not for the MLB. Whatever, Speedway Classic. That's a mouthful. Braves. Who are the Braves playing? She told us.
They're playing somebody.
The Reds. Braves
Okay.
Reds.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Does it?
Yeah, because the Reds have a market here.
I got you.
Yeah.
And that is the Tri-Cities, as I learned, because I'd moved from the Tri-Cities of Washington, and then Tri-Cities is close to Bristol.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. There's your Tennessee geography of the day. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We have a draft. We are drafting current NFL quarterbacks.
Kyler
Taking
Murray,
Bo Nix
number
with the
one.
number 1 pick. We'll draft QBs after a quick break.
Are we going to do this for real?
Yes, we're doing
Okay.
it for real. We always do things for real.
I know, I'm
We're
always
a very
real on
serious
this.
show.
What happened in Bristol?
You've seen the Grizz line jamming on the court and rocking out on Beale Street, and this is your chance to join the best drum line in the NBA. Grizz line entertains Grizz Nation at home games and events in the Mid-South through their impressive techniques and energetic shows. If you have experience in drumming and marching and love entertaining, Grizz line is the perfect opportunity for you to combine percussion and performance. Open auditions are Saturday, August 9th at FedEx Forum. Sign up today by visiting grizzlies.com/auditions.
Shinedown. Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum, Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
So let's start with the Jaw 3, the graffiti, New York versus New York.
New York. That box is so. Yeah, that box is fresh. I'm actually happy to see a new box. Like, it's time.
Box
like,
is fresh.
The first and the second one was the same box. I see a
Yeah.
different box now. So yeah,
And
that's fresh.
And the graffiti letter A looks cool. Yeah, they look
that's
cool.
tight. I like that.
The Sneak Fest Show, live Tuesdays at 2 p.m. on Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Scotty Scheffler ran away with the Open Championship this weekend. My God, this guy, he's not real. Have we reached the point with Scotty Scheffler where you don't have to care a thing about golf, but you still know there's a dude named Scotty Scheffler who is awesome at it?
He is solidified himself as one of the greats in the sport. At this point, probably of all time.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Let's check the over-under totals. Alabama, Georgia, and Texas all at 9.5. LSU, Ole Miss, Tennessee at 8.5.
I love Ole Miss over the 8.5. I think Ole Miss can win 9.
But Ole Miss, they're gonna, Ole Miss, they're gonna lose to Arkansas week
But they
3.
could go 9-3. Like Ole Miss winning 10 games
They always
is
pull
always
some
like
crap like that.
Ole
you
Miss
know?
winning 10 can seem a bit of a stretch, but they can win 9.
They're gonna lose at Kentucky week 2.
The Odds Couple, live at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
It's time for our pick six, Mike. 6 classics that we're most looking forward to in the 2025 football season.
Las Vegas, obviously, that's the Grambling State University, Jackson State University clash. They're taking 2 iconic HBCU brands going to an NFL stadium in Las Vegas.
Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
Welcome back. It's a Thursday. That means it's draft day. And today we are drafting current NFL quarterbacks in honor of NFL football being back on our TVs tonight, kind of, sort of, with the Hall of Fame game. CJ put this as our chat question of the day. And if you're with us live, be sure to vote. Who is the best quarterback in the NFL this season? His options: Patrick Mahomes has 35% of the vote. Lamar Jackson has 32% of the vote. Joe Burrow has 19% of the vote. And Jared Allen has 13% of the vote. Who is Jared Allen the quarterback for, CJ?
My bad. I'm sorry. Jessica.
You're just so excited for the Hall of Fame enshrinement.
Yep.
You were thinking of Vikings all-time pass rusher, Jared Allen.
And I do this all the time when talking about Josh Allen. I'll call him Jared Allen. I don't know what those two have in common.
Nothing.
Other than being, they're both good at football. They're both really, really large, and they're both white. Outside of those 3 things, I don't know what the hell they have in common. I don't know at all. But I confused them.
I didn't know Jared Allen went to Idaho State.
That sounds about like Jared Allen.
Huh. What a journey. Anyway, he'll be enshrined into the Hall of Fame.
Get lyrics right.
Who else is in the Hall of Fame? Antonio Gates, Sterling Sharp.
Sterling Sharp is the big one for me.
Antonio Gates would be the big one for me.
Jared Allen and Sterling Sharp are the big ones. Sterling Sharp is one of the best. Like, what if injuries didn't slow this person down? What if injuries didn't end his career? And I also remember watching him on ESPN when he was on ESPN.
That's why I saw somebody say that they should have waited to fire Shannon Sharp until after the Hall of Fame weekend was over so that he could enjoy his brother's Hall of Fame enshrinement.
That's what Shannon's saying that.
Oh, he's saying that? I thought that was somebody saying that in support of Shannon.
No, Shannon said it, and then I guess somebody else might have echoed those sentiments. So they told Shannon Sharp, Monday, hey, we're not bringing you back. And Shannon said, okay, can you please wait till next Monday to make the announcement, though, so we can as a family enjoy this moment. I don't want this being bigger than my brother's moment. And they said, yeah, no. And they went ahead and announced it.
Maybe
but
the U.S. Attorney Office could have waited to arrest Gilbert Arenas until after his son came back from his knee injury and finally played for USC at some point.
Listen,
what a day yesterday.
We're not getting all the way into a lot of these things.
No, we're just skimming the surface.
But that Gilbert Arenas story seems a lot like they want to get the dude who's an international crime lord.
Did you watch Molly's game?
I didn't.
You should watch it sometime.
Okay.
It's about a skier who was also in a similar situation and then ended up working, if I remember correctly, worked on behalf of bringing down a criminal organization. Because the whole thing, I see a lot of people say, why is it illegal to play poker? It's not illegal to play poker. It's illegal to run an organized big money poker game where you are taking part of the profit in that situation, to how I understand it.
Why is that a deal at all if one of the participants isn't an international crime lord?
Also that.
Like that's
the big thing.
That was the thing. It was like, oh, they want, very clearly, we're going to talk about it because of Gilbert, but what they really want is a dude from Israel who's committing all of the crimes all over the world.
Correct. All right, we have to draft. We are drafting quarterbacks in the NFL. Who gets the first pick?
I'm telling you right now, outside of 4, I don't care who I get. Like, there's 4 of these dudes, and that's it. Like,
I'm a dinosaur.
I couldn't care. Are you a dinosaur?
I'm a little dinosaur.
Maybe a salamander?
Maybe I'm Reptar.
Reptar, gotta get that Reptar.
I don't want to be a salamander.
Reptar, gotta get that Reptar.
Oh, come on.
Oh.
Hell
Look at you. Good job.
All right, I think there is still an easy number 1. I do.
Give me any of
the top 4.
The top 4.
That's fine.
In any order, whatever.
But I think at this point there is still a 101. It is not as obvious as it has been in years past, but it is still pretty damn obvious, and it is Patrick Mahomes. I still want Patrick Mahomes with the number 1 pick.
How much of that is the lack of obviousness, the lack of skill position talent?
And a diminishing offensive line.
Yes.
So you throw those things together, and you have that Super Bowl performance that hangs in your head as the last image of last season, but he still leads the NFL in pretty much every passing category, and he's still Patrick effing Mahomes. I know I think he was QBR 8 last season, and maybe the season before, after having about a 4-year stretch where he was either 1 or 2, and so that's what I mean by it used to be so statistically obvious, so eyeball obvious, so Super Bowl winning obvious. But to me, it's still pretty obvious. It's Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I don't know how it could be anybody else. Patrick Mahomes, I usually rage against paying one player all of the money in your cap. Not with Patrick Mahomes, because you can do that and he can still find ways to win you football games. Absolutely, I like that pick. I will go with,
Spencer Rattler.
I almost called him Jared again. Go ahead and give me Josh. Give me Josh Allen. I like him, and the only quarterback he seems to struggle to beat, the only team he seems to struggle to beat in the playoffs is Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, and it's not for him not being phenomenal. Some of those losses, 2 or 3 of them in the postseason, or 2 of them in the postseason, he was incredible on that football field. Somebody who's so dynamic with his legs, big old arm, can push that thing down the field. I love Josh Allen. So go ahead, let me get him one.
And he does all that without a clear number one receiver.
Yes.
Coming off an MVP.
Another guy, pay him all the money you want to, because he can.
Yep.
These two can carry you. They absolutely can. So
With
pay him.
my number 2 pick, I will take someone who can carry, and I will also take who I believe to be the most fun quarterback of the upper tier group. And I like fun, so give me Lamar Jackson. And not only is he fun, he is so, so good. His passing is now elevated to a place where it is as good as his running, and he is an elite runner, and he just continues to expand his game in a very fun way. First player in NFL history last season to have 40 passing touchdowns and 4 or fewer interceptions in a season. He was oh so close to winning a 3rd MVP. He'll probably win another one at some point. Lamar Jackson.
That's a good one. Another dude who can go out there and win you games.
Oh, gee, I wonder who you're going to take with the next one.
Give me the... If he's the most fun, off field, is it safe to say this guy's the flashiest?
The sexiest.
Ooh, listen, hey, she said it, not me.
Well,
it's
a two-way tie.
She said it, not
two-way tie.
I mean, of the four, I will take Joe Burrow. I will take Joe Burrow. It's a tie with them, really.
It's Burrow and Hurts.
Okay, I didn't know that there was a tie with them. I thought one was above the other one.
If it's a universal tie.
But before we get to the sexiness of Joe Burrow, because that is a sexy man right there. And put this in the clip. CJ says, Joe Burrow, I recognize sexy. That is a sexy man. Phenomenal football player as well. Great quarterback. If the Bengals just don't start 0-3 this year, the ceiling is the sky. The roof is the top. Right? Like there's no limit to what this Bengals team can do because Joe Burrow is back there slinging that thing all over the football field. Give me sexy Burrow. Put that in there as well.
I'm finally almost done with quarterback on Netflix. So close. One episode to go. Everyone else's season, regular season, has come to an end. We just got to get through the Falcons and the Kirk Cousins losing his job to Michael Penix. But
Are you taking Kirk Cousins?
No, rewatching yes, please give me Kirk Cousins.
You heard her say it. Put it up there, Jacob.
Rewatching Joe Burrow last season will just like infuriate you because he played like an MVP. His team let him down so many times. And I know that he has Jamar Chase and also T. Higgins and like the weapons are insane, but he doesn't have a very good offensive line and he had a horrendous defense, not giving him any help whatsoever. Chris Luther, my husband, wants to change his hair.
He wants to go with the Burrow?
And, well, no, at first he was like, I think I'm going to grow it out and like try something like a long version of what I have right now. It's like, I don't see the vision. I'm not getting this. And I pulled up a picture and I said, but perhaps something like Joe Burrow might suit you well. So he might do it, but it's a little too messy in the front. And it feels like Joe Burrow has a lot of money to have a lot of product to make that little wispy, wavy situation work.
I believe in Chris.
But he's been
Speaking
inspired
of sexy men.
by Joe. All right, speaking of, with my number 3 pick, I'm going to play a little keep away here. Give me Jalen Hurts because he is a Super Bowl winner. He is accurate. He ranks first in completion percentage over expected. He has a nice deep ball. He's solid with short passes. He has rushed for 10-plus touchdowns in 4 straight seasons. He cut his interception rate down significantly. He also threw way fewer passes last season, but that's okay. I'm going Jalen Hurts because he is a winner, and I like winners on my team.
Yeah, right about here, I'm done. Right about here, just give me any of the rest of them.
You got to take one.
It really does not matter. I think Jalen Hurts. I think this is the clear top 5 in some order in the NFL. And if we're tiering it, I think there are 2 tiers here where you put Patrick Mahomes and somebody else there, and then the second tier is the rest of them. But like this is it. This is when you ask me.
I would not put Jalen Hurts in that tier. I would put.
So
those
you think it's 3
first
tiers?
4
Okay.
alone.
3 tiers?
Yeah.
Jacob is saying 3 tiers as well. That's fine. When we talk about I'm open to changing my critiques as the season goes on. I'm not glued to this. That's how it works. That's how it works. But when you ask me who are good quarterbacks, like that's it. And full stop, nobody else. Now with the next pick, I will take, unfortunately, I'll take C.J. Stroud.
What?
I'll take C.J. Stroud. I think C.J. Stroud, because he's accurate. He's playing with offensive line issues as well. He's talented. I'll take C.J. Stroud third.
There are so many other
Who?
I think there are great quarterbacks, and then I think there are good quarterbacks.
See,
and I think
you
C.J. Stroud is still to be proven. And listen,
C.J. Stroud's still to be proven. He's been in the playoffs back-to-back seasons. He's in his 3rd year.
I have decided, and now is my official announcement, that we're going for one more ride.
No!
And with the number 4 pick.
No!
Consider
Don't
this.
do it. No, Jessica.
Your warning.
You don't have to be this way.
That this is Justin Herbert
Get
season,
out
baby.
Of here. You stop it.
It's Justin Herbert time.
Stop it.
Oh, I come with numbers. 21,093 career passing yards are the most in NFL history through 5 seasons, and that's even with the Chargers going super run heavy last year and his attempts per game going from 35 to 29, and he only threw 3, count them 1, 2, 3 interceptions on 504 attempts last year. Lowest interception rate by any quarterback since who? Since who? Since Tom Brady. He is great in late game situations. He has 15 game-winning drives over his career. His playoff record is the only thing that keeps him out of the conversation of being one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. I know he is 0-2. I know we will never forgive him unless this season is the Chargers' time. Bolt up, baby. Let's go.
I will say this.
I think we've gotten to the point where Justin Herbert has been so overrated that now he's underrated.
Mr. What If
Fine.
is quite possibly the greatest meaningless football quarterback of this year, right? Where he puts up those stats and it's like, okay, cool, when it matters on third down.
Jacob did not just call him the Jordan Poole of quarterbacks in my ear.
Listen, hey, he said it. I'm agreeing with it. You got it.
He put him as Mr. What If.
You got it.
Put respect on this man's name.
Justin Herbert.
You guys will see one day. I can't.
You've been saying that for like 4 years, and
I can't
every
leave him.
season,
And I just want
around
you
week
to know.
9, it's like, okay, I'm done, CJ. I'm never hopping back on this train.
No,
you do say that.
I get to the point where
We've got
admit
video
that the
of you
season-
saying we're going to start clipping. We're going to clip this and do a montage.
I just
you don't
want
have to be this way.
I just want you to know. Do you know who else is in the top 5 of the most passing yards by a quarterback in his first 5 seasons? He has more yards than Peyton Manning, than Dan Marino, than Andrew Luck, and Jameis Winston. Listen, I'm just giving you fair warning. I'm not turning my back on my guy. I can't do it. I'm stuck.
You
I'm
say
stuck with
every
Herbert.
year you say you're going to do it,
I'm
and
not-
then every year you're not. Give me Daniels.
That's who I would have taken with your other
Washington.
pick.
Give me Daniels.
I think Jaden Daniels is ahead of C.J. Stroud.
Listen, that's fine. He's a dynamic quarterback. Makes plays with his legs and his arm. I want to see you do it over a period of time. But as far as like this season goes, if I can't get any of these other quarterbacks, with the exception of Justin Herbert, because I don't want him, but if I can't get any of the other ones for this season, I wouldn't mind ending up with Jaden Daniels. I'll take him. Give him to me.
Okay.
He's also fun and exciting.
All right. We're down between 2. And I would like to say that I am not taking Matthew Stafford, even though he is one of these 2, because he is 37 at this point. And this is going into next season. And he is streaky. I get it when he is on. He is one of the best pure throwers in the game. Give me Brock Purdy. I don't feel great about it, but give me Brock Purdy, Mr. Robot himself. Yep, I'll take it. Brock Purdy. He's been to a Super Bowl. He lost, but he's been there. He's not flashy. He's just a robot. He's got high IQ, great decision-making, good accuracy. He's gone from underrated to overrated to back again in a similar fashion, but in completely different nature of Justin Herbert. I'm taking Brock Purdy, and that shows you what this draft turns into when you're at the end of the road.
Like, people are going to be upset.
Yeah, but he's a good quarterback.
People are going to be upset. But honestly, again, once you get past the 5, like it doesn't matter who you got next.
Yeah, I'm sorry, who do you want?
You can make an argument for any of them.
Yes.
After once you get to the top 5 in the NFL,
Yes.
you can make an argument for any of the next 5 to be in the top 10.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Who are you going to take?
Well, Jacob is screaming for me to take Baker. Dak Prescott is sitting right there as well. Golf is around. Stafford is around. I'm not taking any of those. Jacob is saying Aaron Rodgers. I wouldn't take Aaron Rodgers either. But like this is what we're talking about. I still believe, or maybe I'm the only one who believes Tua still got something left to give. I'll take Tua. He pushes the ball down the field, pretty accurate. Give me Tua. As long as you keep him from rattling his cage, he'll be fine. Give me Tua. Like what do we? Who else is there?
I would take Baker, Stafford. I'd take Jordan Love over Tua.
Y'all got it. Tua. Trevor Lawrence is what Jacob is saying.
I'd take Bo Nix over Tua.
Y'all got it. It doesn't matter.
I'd take Sam Darnold over Tua.
No, you wouldn't.
You're right. I probably would.
Okay, calm down here. Y'all got it. I don't know what to do. Because none of them.
Now we're gonna be accused of rage bait.
Well, it's enraging trying to do this
CJ
exercise.
Stroud and Tua being on this list are rage bait.
CJ Stroud should be on this list, shouldn't he?
If you had taken him with your fifth, no.
He's not?
He had a sincere drop-off last season.
He had a sincere drop-off last season because that offensive line was abysmal last season. I don't think there was a quarterback pressured more in the NFL than CJ Stroud, and he still won them games, got them to the playoffs. And didn't they win a game in the playoffs? Am I making that up? Man. Am I legit? Did the Texans win a playoff game last year? Did they lose? Was it the year before they won too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it was his rookie season.
There we go. Okay. Like I don't
feel good about it. My top picks feel great.
You got Justin Herbert and Brock Purdy.
And Jalen Hurts. And Patrick and Lamar carrying this team. Just like they carry actual rankings of quarterbacks going into this season. All right. I can't wait for the NFL to be back. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll do some Theater Thursday. CJ watched Happy Gilmore 2. I have asked my husband if he wants to watch Happy Gilmore 2 3 days in a row, and his answer has been no every single time. So I will see if CJ convinces me to watch it by myself. We have some relationship news in the entertainment world that has everybody feeling some kind of way. We'll get into it after a quick break.
I mean, it's 15 years age discrepancy.
Yeah, it's predatorial.
Come on now.
Have you always dreamed of entertaining on the biggest stage in Memphis? The Claw Crew is looking for members to join their team for the 2025-2026 season. Claw Crew members are hardworking, high-energy entertainers who assist Grizzlies home games by hyping up the crowd and much more. Not only do they support the Grizzlies on home games, but also promote in Memphis and across the Mid-South. Open auditions are Saturday, August 9th at FedEx Forum. Visit grizzlies.com/auditions for more information and to register today.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Catch us if you can at Southland Casino Hotel and win your share of up to $1.8 million in free play and prizes. Join us for drawings every Saturday in May, June, and July. Each month, over 900 winners will take home free play or drive off in a new car or motorcycle. Be there for all 6 grand finale drawings and try to catch us if you can, only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
You get to the main event, and you hear the crowd. There's some rumblings in the crowd.
Here we go.
They say, "We want truth."
I love how John Cena said when they were chanting, "We want truth." You can't handle the truth.
There you go.
I loved it.
He takes the knee off, boom. Takes the mask off, boom. And it's our freaking truth. God, man, he cost John Cena the match.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
Did you know the Grizzlies were going to try to get up and get you?
No, I have no clue. I thought the Grizzlies loved me when I worked out because it was like super fun and everything was, just natural. We were just having a conversation. It wasn't like said, what's your favorite color and, like all that stuff.
What's your favorite color?
It wasn't interview.
First date type vibe.
Yeah, it wasn't interview questions. It was just like, hey man, how you doing? Like, and it was just real easy to talk to him. It was real easy to talk to Coach Thomas.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
What is the biggest Summer League accomplishment so far for this Grizzlies team?
Tuomas Isalo filling out his coaching staff. The Ryan Saunders hiring was essential. It was big time. You have a veteran NBA voice there.
Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to Grizzbeat, where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Welcome back. A little Theater Thursday before we get into the rest of our Thursday. I have not watched a movie in a minute now, but that's going to change next week because there is a movie coming out that I want to be at, if not opening night, opening weekend. I will go see Weapons opening weekend, which is this horror movie that's super anticipated. I saw there was some report that it got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes with its early viewings, but I always hate those because there's like 11 reviews. It's like, ooh, it opens to 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's like 11 Joe Schmoes. And it's not even like a critic rate. Like, not that the critics always know what they're talking about either, but like, there's no value to that. It always drives me insane. But I am thrilled to see Weapons. Like, I don't want it spoiled, and so I will make a purpose. They did this with Longlegs, and honestly, it didn't end up living up to my expectations. That was the lot. They're like, this is the scariest horror movie we've had in years. The twist is gonna blow your mind. And I was like, great, seated. I'm gonna be there opening weekend. And it did not, it was fine. I thought it was a very good movie, but it didn't blow me away. I am hoping Weapons is a different situation.
Yeah, they always say that with the funniest movie ever, the scariest movie to come out since blah, blah, blah,
It's
blah,
like
blah.
when Will Ferrell in Elf goes to the coffee shop and it says like voted best cup of coffee. He's like, congratulations, best cup of coffee.
So I don't
they're
pay,
fake.
I don't pay those any attention. And I got to be the only person on the planet who doesn't look at Rotten Tomatoes or critic score or anything.
I'll read reviews and I'll look at critics, like people that I respect who have been reviewing movies that I appreciate. But a Rotten Tomato score is not it.
Yeah, we've moved to a point where people do decide to see movies in part based off those scores. Like, hey, I'm on the fence about this. What's the score? Okay, I am or I am not going to see it. So whatever you do is how you do it. I don't do it that way. I, like you, am excited to see what Weapons is about and how it all shakes down. So I'll be trying to get to see it sooner rather than later. I don't know if I'll be able to see it opening weekend, but I will be watching Weapons. It seems like I am a what is the premise of this movie type of thing. And not knowing is fun for me. All we know is, hey, there's a teacher and a bunch of kids in the classroom. Just don't show up one day. All right, great, let's get into it.
And it's Julia Garner, who I think is an truly incredible actress. Like, all of her work on Ozark was so good. She's been good. She was in like a small film that I watched like a year ago or so. And I remember thinking to myself, oh, she should really be in more projects. And now to lead this, something that's so anticipated. And I like lore going into movies and the whole Jordan Peele firing his management team for not getting the rights to this movie and it going to somebody else. It just adds to my intrigue.
I was thinking about
how good it
the
should
last
be.
movie I went to see where it had this sort of a feel for me where it is, okay, what the hell is going on? What is happening? Was the Jordan Peele movie.
Which one?
Not,
Nope.
Yes, Nope.
Yeah.
Nope was the last one where it's like, okay, what the hell is going on here? And then when you watch Nope and you figure out what the hell is going on, it's like, oh, okay, this is a pretty cool concept. Let's do it. So yeah, I'm excited to see Weapons too.
Lee Evans in the chat said Letterboxd score is greater than Rotten Tomatoes, and I do agree on that. And if you're on Letterboxd, please find me because I only have 4 friends.
What is that?
Letterboxd is like a movie ranking system. I guess like
Why do you
movie
need
social
friends?
media. Because it's fun. Because then you can see what your friends watched and see what they liked. And if you're looking for something to watch one night, you can be like, oh, did anybody?
Like minds.
Yeah, it's
Gotcha.
like Goodreads exists too. A lot of my friends.
Okay,
I have a
I
lot
got
of friends on Goodreads because we all are reading. You know, we're really high hoity-toity readers in this world. But similar concept, and it's not perfect. But Letterboxd is fun because I think it's way more used. You'll find celebrities on Letterbox too, which is kind of fun sometimes. But anyway, I do enjoy the good old Letterbox, so find me on that. I still don't really understand how to find other people, which is problematic. You watched Happy Gilmore too.
I did.
Let's see what that got on Letterbox.
Okay.
Not
While
on
we're
Rotten
watching it,
Tomatoes.
I enjoyed Happy Gilmore too. I thought
My
it
mother
was,
enjoyed Happy Gilmore too.
You know what it is. You know what an Adam Sandler movie is. You know it's not going to be anything that's going to require you to think a whole lot. You know it's not going to be anything to make you feel anything super deeply. And that's what Happy Gilmore 2 is. Happy Gilmore 2 picks up right where Happy Gilmore leaves off in the terms of just funniness, funny moments that end up happening. And there's somebody who you know that's in Happy Gilmore 2.
Who was your favorite cameo?
I'm not gonna like the
you don't want to give it away.
Yeah, the cameo parts
Okay.
of things is what because it's such an integral part of that movie. You'll just be looking up and like, holy hell, is that who I think it is? Why the hell are they here? Why is that the case? There were a couple of athletes that popped up. I'm like, wait, is that who I think it is? Huh? They're in the movie. All right, that's kind of funny. That's kind of cool. My wife, who typically dislikes those types of goofy sophomore type humor, she laughed audibly a time or two during the movie. Not a time or two. She laughed audibly throughout the movie. So there are genuinely funny moments in that movie. If you want to sit down, watch some Saman Rot laugh off of your phone. I guess Happy Gilmore 2 is a real good movie to watch. I enjoyed it. How do we score things on Letterboxd?
One of my favorite reviews on Letterboxd. Did we need this?
No.
Is it amazing? Hell yeah. It has a 2.8, which is a very
Out
fair
of-
out of 5.
Okay, so it's
out
out of
stars,
5?
but you can do like half star ratings.
So I'd give it a solid. So do I get to give it like 0.2 or can I only do
No,
half?
you can only do half.
I'll give it a solid 3.5 then.
Nice.
3.5. I guess it's perfectly for what it is. It's great. And if that's your jam, you'll laugh. You'll laugh out loud. It would have been. I bet it would have been funnier for me if I hadn't known anything about golf. Because it's a golf movie. There's a lot of golf references being made. I don't feel like this is spoiling too much. There are a ton of golfers. I feel like everybody but Tiger Woods from the golf side of things is in the movie. So there's a cool little rivalry storyline that's popping off as well. Yeah, like if you like golf, if you'll sit down on the weekend and watch some golf, you should absolutely sit down and watch this movie. If you can name 10 golfers, 10 golfers right now, you should absolutely sit down and watch this movie because you'll laugh out loud.
Is Shooter McGavin in it?
Huh?
Is Shooter McGavin
Gotta watch
back?
the movie to see.
Do they quote any famous lines?
Gotta watch the movie to see.
I used to love Adam Sandler movies.
Which movie did you not like? When did it stop?
Oh, no. It never stopped.
Okay.
I like Uncut Gems. Underrated actor.
I forgot we were saying
I even like
that.
that basketball movie. Forget the name of it.
I know
The one
which
where
one
he's a
you're talking about.
scout.
Anthony Edwards is in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
No, but I mean, like,
Click.
when I was a kid, I loved Adam Sandler. It just felt like I was watching something that was kind of bad. Like, I wasn't really supposed to be watching it. Like, between Happy Gilmore and Big Daddy and Waterboy and Billy Madison and, God, what other ones were out there? Oh, whatever.
Say them again?
Billy Madison.
Okay.
Happy Gilmore.
All right.
Waterboy.
Okay.
Lil Nicky.
That's a good one.
Big Daddy.
Big Daddy. My sister loved Big Daddy.
51st Dates. 51st Dates felt like those first ones that I named felt like an era. And then rom-com Adam Sandler felt like 51st Dates is like one of our great rom-coms.
Spanglish?
I actually didn't mind Spanglish. I did not care for Click. Did you like Click?
I loved Click. I loved Spanglish.
What? Now I'm curious if we're missing like.
What about the ones with Jennifer Aniston?
That's the one where they go with the little girl who's like, "You sound like you're from London."
Like that's the thing about Adam Sandler.
I always forget
movies.
The Wedding Singer.
Weirdly
enough, The Wedding Singer, not my favorite
Okay.
Adam Sandler movie of all time. What was that one with Jennifer Aniston called?
Is there one or two? There's a Netflix
Jack
one.
and Jill was forgettable.
Oh, I forgot about Jack and Jill.
Just go with it. Just go with
go
it.
with it.
Grown-ups.
Grown-ups, yeah.
I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry.
That's
I saw
a
it at a
great
drive-in
one.
movie
That is a
theater.
great
I still
movie.
remember it. He was also in Deuce Bigalow. He was uncredited in Deuce Bigalow, European Gigolo. The Longest Yard remake.
Yeah, that was good.
Anger Management. Goose Fraba. I loved Anger Management.
I can tell.
I loved Mr. Deeds.
Do we say Mr. Deeds? I thought we said Mr.
I don't know.
Deeds.
8 Crazy Nights. That's a holiday. Punch Drunk Love was like his serious moment.
What about the other one with Jennifer Aniston, the one on the Netflix where they're like spies or something like that? Am I making that movie up?
I have no idea what you're talking
Am
about.
I making that up?
I think you're making up an
Let me
Adam Sandler
Google
movie.
that.
Also, the basketball movie is Hustle. Hustle. Before we get out of here, we did have big relationship news that came out in the past week. Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson are dating. Quote, it's clear they're smitten, according to the People magazine source. They met on the filming of the new movie, The Naked Gun, that comes out tomorrow.
Movie I'm excited to see.
You are?
Yeah.
What's the plot? I haven't even looked it up.
I don't know.
You're just excited for The
just
Naked
goofy-
Gun? Or do you just want to support this
goofiness.
nice old couple?
I didn't know they were in it. This old. Only one of them is old, and we need to talk about that, preying on her. She's 15 years his junior.
Liam Neeson's 73, Pamela Anderson's 58.
First off, Naked Gun is one of the comedies that comedians point to, like, oh yeah, we love this movie. Seeing it done in a remake with modern sort of jokes being told, I think it would be some good. They had me sold. Movie posters matter. They had me sold when they dropped the movie poster and said, hey, we did this without AI, just so you know. And they're like 10 fingers on one hand. It's like, okay, there's going to be some stuff going on in here that's going to make your boy giggle. But yeah, so I look forward to seeing that. The movie with Jennifer Aniston and Adam Sandler on the Netflix is Murder Mystery. Murder Mystery and Murder Mystery 2. So that's the movie I was thinking of. But yeah, shout out to them. They had their kids together
O.J.
on the
Simpson
carpet.
was in one of the Naked
Yeah.
Guns? I've never watched Naked Guns. That's a blind spot for me.
Naked Gun.
Priscilla Presley was in it too.
Yeah, they used to just grab
famous people.
Adam Sandler style, from my understanding. They used to just grab famous people, drop them in, and say, "Hey, let's do goofy stuff," and people would do it. Part of why people loved OJ was that movie. That movie
Wasn't he in something else too?
Probably. He was all over the place.
He did a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Capricorn 1.
Yeah.
And then The Naked Guns. God, USC's best. Hall of Famer. Anyway, Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson are an item, and they are adorable together. And I really appreciate this idea of older celebrities later in life finding each other. I saw somebody say, I don't need to know anything about any young celebrities in a relationship. I only want exclusive news about older celebrities finding each other. We had the situation with Meryl Streep and Martin Short. And now we're getting it with Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson, who lost his wife, Natasha Richardson, one of my favorite actresses of all time. Shout out to The Parent Trap Forever. Shout out to Cabaret. And now he's been able to find Pamela Anderson, 15 years his junior. We don't call men cougars. We just call them men. He's just being an old man.
What do we call sexy ass men who are older?
Silver foxes.
Okay, that's.
But I don't know what we call older as men who are sexy but pursuing younger women. But not young women, Leonardo DiCaprio style. We're talking like age-appropriate younger women.
So not predators. What's another name we call them?
Adopters.
Adopters?
I don't know.
Why is she the child in this?
She's not, but she deserves happiness after having to go through her life with Tommy Lee.
Yeah.
I watched that series. Didn't seem like a particularly...
The people downstairs did not know about the tape. They're children.
Pamela Anderson is like repainting in a very cool way. And just a quick side note, I'm not going to say who said this to me, but I had somebody within the last week comment on a picture of Pamela Anderson and be like, oh, like, why does she look like that? She's beautiful. She just doesn't wear makeup anymore when she's not on movies. We are so accustomed to Kris Jenner getting a flippin' new face so she looks like she's 25. Pamela Anderson is aging beautifully and isn't going into the stereotypical beauty standards that we're forced to reckon with every single day. If you are looking at a picture of Pamela Anderson and thinking to yourself, ew, that woman is 58 years old and she looks fine. And by fine, I mean like great, not like fine as in meh. Fine as in she's a babe. It really made me mad.
Couple of things. One, you don't have to attack a woman to uplift a woman.
Yes, I do.
Remember
Oprah
that.
has some crazy plastic surgery right now, too.
Two, well, you're just attacking all of the women. So
They're
much
all,
for women
it's like
supporting
Hunger
women.
Games right now. It's literally the Hunger Games.
This is why we can't let you people be in charge of things. Goodness gracious. I forget what the second thing was. What happened?
Dwayne in the chat, when I said adopters, he said adopters. Shout out Woody Allen. All right, we're ending on that. I'll see you guys later. It'll be Friday tomorrow. Cannot wait. We'll see you then. Bye.
Just swiping Chris Jenner.
Oh, I'm feeling her face looks just great. Let me be perfectly clear. She looks incredible, but it makes me so angry.